Previously on Conspiracy Outpost presents The Fall of Medinvard. Shortly after the battle at Stovehurst was won and they escaped, they made their way to the Lonely Tower and saw the ruins of what was once an army. While picking through the ruins, they were attacked by ferocious creatures and they battled until they were overrun and had to retreat into the Lonely Tower. Upon climbing the tower, they came across a dead end, and Daigle felt a burning sensation in his birthmark and decided to cut his hand and place it on the wall, revealing a large metallic carpeted room. And then the wall closed behind them, so they made their way forward, dismantling some kind of like sandbag and wooden barricade, essentially, and made their way into a new room with lots of cubicles and a piano and a still warm fire. And as they investigated, they were happened upon by a stranger with a weapon, telling them not to come any closer.
We're not here to hurt you easy. We're here to help.
Minotaur! Fire Minotaur!
We're here to help. Put your weapon down.
What? I yell into the distance. This place is a labyrinth, you fucking Minotaur!
You look like raiders. We don't have any food. We don't have anything for you. Go.
We have our own food. We don't need your food.
You have food?
I mean, a little.
Not for Minotaurs.
Not for you.
You can see at the mention of food that they kind of like quaver for a minute, and you can see like another person leans up over the metal bin that's pushed out into the hall. It looks like a little kid like peeking over the top of the bin, and when it notices you four standing there, the kid just kind of like ducks back behind it again.
Can I toss him one of my birds that like a portion of the bird that we
John has
that
it.
I shot
John
earlier?
has it. Yeah.
Well, everybody
that's
got
right. We
3
split the
each.
rations.
We all split it up.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
How do you want to toss this to him?
Actually, I'm just gonna walk up with all 3 rations in my hand and be like, "Here, you guys, if you're hungry."
What are you doing? You don't know them.
At the mention of food, the person walks around the corner, and you can see now that this is a girl. She's probably like a teenager, and part of her head is wrapped. It looked like she was injured. There's like bleeding through the head wrapping, and she walks up, and she's like holding the thing at you in one hand, and she like edges a little closer, like with her hand out, and she's like looking really cautious as she gets close to you. But she goes to grab the food.
I just hand it over to her.
Okay, she grabs it. She runs back behind the container, and she ducks behind it. And you can hear her and the little kid like just like munching down that bird. It's like audible. And you hear somebody yell from like another area out here. You can hear them say, "Did I hear food?"
I turned for where that's going. I said, whoa, hold up. Let's get some light and some introductions here first. You guys are surrounding us and becoming a little iffy on this.
Well, I'll do one more thing. So as you guys hear that voice from the opposite hallway, and when you turn around to look, you can see somebody. He's like holding something long, like it's got like a wooden handle and like a long bar of metal, and they're standing out of one of the doors, and they're like kind of just like pointing it down the hallway towards you guys. And he's like, "Is there really food?"
I cling my dagger on the metal door. Ding ding ding! It's dinner time. Trust me, we're not traitors. Look, does my mouth look like an arse full of sharp teeth? No, we're not traitors. We're just here seeking refuge. I couldn't tell you how we end up in this building. One minute we were running from a bunch of those crazy beasts, and then we just end up here.
Yeah, we got attacked. We ran into the building. This guy does some weird shit with the door, and here we are.
We just took a boat crack. He always does weird shit.
Yeah. The guy gets a little bit closer. Like as you're talking, you can see he's kind of like drawn in by your words, and he looks at you and he's like, You guys sure do talk strange. But you don't seem like the ones on the other side of the building.
Oh yeah, because we don't have a big ass arse on our face with them full of teeth.
What do you mean other side of the building?
He says, what you... He says, "Yeah, no, you guys are new here. How the hell did you get in here? We've been trying to find a way out of here for years now."
You tried the front door?
What? He says, "What front door?"
The one we just strolled through.
The front door shut on us when we came in here. What if there's not a way out of here?
There's a long blue carpet. I think there's a doorknob. I think.
He says, "Yeah, everybody that showed up here, same story. They come in, there's a nice smell, there's a blue carpet, and they come in and they're stuck in this shit, and then it's years later and they're fucking dead." Oh, I shouldn't be talking so loud. I think the kid can hear me. Fuck.
Well, you know
Wait. How many years have you guys been here? Was that kid made here?
He says, "Yeah, that kid was born here."
How about we do this? Let's get some names and we take a sit in these chairs real quick. I'm guessing there's only 3 of you since only 3 chairs are used.
He says, "Yeah, there's only 3 of us that venture out anyway." He says, "Well, if you really are here sharing food, by the look of those kids over there, it looks like their fingers are covered in grease. Looks like you gave them something good."
What do you mean we're here? You've been stuck here for how long? How'd you survive?
He says, "We've been here for years. There were a lot of food stores please have a seat." And he comes over to where the fire is, and he just gestures towards the chairs. He's like, and he pats the dust off of one of them and gestures for Daigle to come sit down. And he says, "I'll be just a minute." And he walks back to one of the other rooms, and you can hear him rustling through some things inside of one of the rooms in the north hallway. The young boy and the teenage girl, they're sitting now on top of the container, but they're still not coming up to the chairs and the fire area. The guy comes back with an armload of wood, and it looks like a broken down chair or something, or a table. And he throws a few pieces of wood onto there. He carefully picks out 3 pieces of wood and then lights them with what looks like just some white fluff. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but he lights it with that. And he uses a little device that goes and holds a flame to it that starts the fire.
That's a neat mechanic you got there.
Can I examine their weapon that they were holding? That they were pointing at us originally?
Yeah, sure. He's got it strapped across his back now. But yeah, you can see it's got a wooden handle. Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna go ahead. That's not important.
Yeah, it's got a wooden handle, and then it's got some sort of metal loop around the middle part or near the handle, and then it's got a single steel tube on the front, and then there's little clips of metal on the top of it too. There's one at the very end, and then there's 2 towards the back of it.
Yeah, this motherfucker got a rifle. That's what I was just making sure.
Yeah, and these guys also, you notice that he's dressed in some pretty weird clothes. He's wearing some well, they probably used to be blue, but they're mostly faded now. But he's wearing some kind of jean pants and a jacket.
Or
if you don't mind us asking, where are you from? Your culture seems a bit strange around here.
He says, "Our culture seems strange." He says, "Look at you guys. You guys are covered in swords and shit. Where the fuck are you guys from?"
We're from here.
We're from around here.
We walked into a tower and here we are.
What?
You're about 3 days away from just well.
Which of the conclaves are you from?
Conclaves.
What?
Miser's Peak. What do you?
Oh, these motherfuckers ghosts.
Medenvard.
Medenvard. The old man's gonna get a fucking kick out of you from Medenvard. We're all from Medenvard, or Middlevarden anyway.
Middlevarden.
I can I walk up to the person that has the bandage on their head?
Yeah. She's you can see that they're kind of like making their way up the hallway to come sit down, and yeah, as you approach, she stops.
Is your wound fresh, or is that what kind of injury is that?
She says, "I got hit in the head with a wrench."
Is it an open wound?
She says, "I don't know. We wrapped it up. I cleaned it up the best that I could and wrapped it, and I'm just hoping that it heals."
All right. Can I, because I got the stuff to make a healing potion, can I just go off to the side and try to make one? I mean, while everybody's talking.
I'm like overhearing, and I look over there. I'm like, what the fuck is a wrench?
So the as you go off to the side, what the fuck is a wrench? And the little girl like points to the ground, like past the chairs to like the middle of the hallway, like heading towards the entrance, and you can see that there is like a wrench lying on the ground, just like a metal wrench.
What the fuck is that?
It just looks like a piece of. It looks like just like a piece of iron to you. It looks like some kind of weapon or something. Who knows?
That's terrible. Who the fuck designed such a weapon?
To beat into this tower.
A short range for what?
He says, well, about God, what's it been? 12 years now? About 12 years ago, me and about 40 of us had made it into here. This tower had stood a long time, and we figured, maybe it'd be a last refuge. We weren't finding any food anymore outside. You're getting hunted by cannibals, and one of the conclaves was also making a clean sweep, just getting everybody for anything that they could. So we managed to get in here. I can't remember how exactly we got in here. I remember it looked like there was no door, and they had their guns to our backs. They were closing in on us, and somebody just kind of pushed in, and we all ran inside. It sealed up behind us, and here we were in some kind of fucking office building. All these goddamn cubicles and desks and piece of shit dead computers. There's no power, of course.
What is
Bone crack? Bone crack. Can I whisper in Wilton's ear? Bone crack. These are some ancient barbarians, but they're rich in metal. I think they're crazy. I think they're nuts.
I think
we don't understand your culture. Where are you from?
Hold on
What's a computer?
What's a
Bone crack. Keep your wits about you. And be careful with your words. These are some barbarians.
The man looks over as Edgar begins like brewing a potion there, and he says, "Oh wow!" He's like, "You carry all that gear with you?" He's like, "You're a scientist then, so you actually know you might be able to get the power back on."
Yeah. I turn because I'm like a little confused.
Oh my god. He's like, thank you. Fuck. This is probably the best day ever, as long as like Corvo and Meridia don't come over here and slaughter us all with fucking hacksaws. And this is gonna be a pretty good day.
Hey, Edgar,
who are Corvo and Meridia?
I'm sorry, but he said those names like it'd be a good day if they don't.
It sounds like a couple of dicks.
Like it's a normal fucking thing.
He says, yeah. Oh, Corvo and Meridia, they live on the other side of this building. There's a whole other section of cubicles over there, and there's actually a lot more tech gear, a lot more supplies, but we haven't been able to get in there. It's fucking dangerous over there. And I know for a fact they had less food than us in the beginning, because the group that we were in split off into two pretty early. I know most of them are dead. The only that I've seen in the past days, like as I go off into the building to scavenge, have been Corvo and Meridia, and they just have this terrible fucking look in their eyes. Like, I don't know what it is about them, but I know that they will try to kill me if they see us. I don't let the kids go out to scavenge anymore. Everybody stays really close. We don't know how many weapons they have, so we know pretty much everybody's out of ammo, though. Like, I see you guys don't have any guns, so I don't have to worry about that. Or do you have any ammo?
What is
don't
have
ammo and guns.
First of all, what the hell is ammo and what are guns?
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He said ammo, like bullets, he pulls out a couple of empty shell casings. He's like, these are, shells, like inside of here.
Like a turtle.
I take one from him, smell it, and bite it. I go, it's just brass. We have
wait.
Stuff. What?
So you guys are from Medenvard, you say?
That's what we said.
What the fuck? He said, okay, you guys have to talk to the historian.
Historian?
He says, yeah, the old man, he's really going to want to have a talk with you. He's looking at you as if he's like seeing you guys for the first time now. He's seeing your weird, like, old leather clothes and like the quiver and the bow and the daggers. He's looking at the gear that Edgar has and like realizing, oh, it's not like science kit, it's like alchemy equipment. And he's just like, oh, he says, yeah, I gotta take you guys. Oh my god, I don't understand what's going on at all. He says, you guys just have to talk to Trent. And he said, be careful, he's very old, he's on his last leg. He said, if you have any food to share with him, he said, I would really appreciate that.
You have tons of food.
Does he only have one leg?
What's the problem?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I felt like I was just excited.
Yeah, it was. I was like, why not? Like, I already knew that he doesn't walk, so why not? He says he's back in the room. He says he gets around on his wheelchair every now and again, but he's been real sickly these past couple of weeks. There's just isn't enough food for us. He says, by the way, my name is Levant.
Levant.
I'm John.
John.
I'm Wilton Bonecrag.
Oh, pleasure
I'm
to meet you,
Daigle.
Bonecrag. Daigle.
I'm deep in trying to get this potion right for the first time.
He's making a fucking potion? What the fuck? God. Okay. All right. Hey, girls, okay, you stay here. He looks down to you, Edgar, and he's like, please be cool, man.
What is that supposed to mean?
He says, just be good to them. They've had a lot of trouble here. I'll be right back.
Is it my black eyes?
Oh yeah, probably your giant fucking drug pupils.
Dude, imagine if you went with a different mutation.
Well, no, because the other option, if it wasn't these, was going to be the fucking skin thing. So I would have looked like I was disease ridden. Like, I would have had pieces of like my skin would have been off colored, like fucking whatever it was. He want to say adamantium. I can't think right now.
He takes you down the hall, and like you pass by rooms just full of like the things that are like nearly incomprehensible. They don't make it, but you do see like sleeping bags or like bed rolls like laid out on the ground in some of the places, and he takes you down the southern hallway and into the right hand side. You can see an old man laid up on a bed, and he's like basically bald all down the middle with just like the scruffles around the sides of his head. He's got like a heavily wrinkled forehead and a turkey neck. He's laying underneath some dirty gray blankets, and he looks up and he says, Levant, what is this? And he introduces you guys. He says, he says, Trenton, these are some newcomers. They're not raiders. They've never been here before. They came in just like we did. This is John. This is Dougal. This is
Digger, you fucking jackass.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not.
This is Daigle and Wilton. They're from the outside. They say they're from Medenvard. Medenvard. And he just looks at you two and he says to the old man, like, I'll be right up the hall. I just got to check out with this guy. Oh wait, Edgar didn't come around the corner. I'm sorry. He's just like, I got to check out what this guy Edgar's doing over here. He seems to be like some kind of scientist or something, chemist maybe. And he walks off. He leaves you three standing in the doorway with this old man. The old man sits up and he puts on his glasses, and you see him like reach over, and he picks up this like oval shaped thing with a flat bottom, and he like flips a switch on the back of it, and it lights up, and he like sets it on the table next to himself. And
what the fuck is that?
He says, "That is a lamp."
Fuck! No, that's not a lamp. I know what a lamp is.
Well, just starts poking it.
A lamp uses. That's just not a lamp. I know what a fucking lamp is. That's not a lamp.
This is a battery-powered lamp.
Battery?
The fuck is that?
He says, you have a strange look to you.
You have strange things. So this wizardry.
He says, my son says you've come from Medenvard. He says,
well known, yes. Very renowned, yes.
This name has not been in circulation for, well, hundreds, perhaps 1,000 years.
That's fucking bullshit. We're well known. Everyone knows us. We just fucking we just went through a mission. We just fucking went through hell. We went through a fucking siege. What are you talking about? You're lying.
Yeah, we're from Medenvar. We're from Gilmore's Keep. We were just there.
They're the biggest mercenary college. They're the biggest mercenary college all around. You're lying.
He says Gilmore's Keep burned down in the year 1216.
You're senile.
He says
that's the year it is.
No, it's not. He says the year that we entered this building was the year 2592.
What?
He says, yes, we are refugees of a warfare in a decimated world. He says, you say the year is 1216.
Yeah. Last time I checked.
All right.
We are the angels carrying you away to hell.
All right. Where's Horseboy at? Come get this man off his mouth for her. Where's Horseboy?
He says, so you are...
This man's nuts.
He says, so you know of... Perhaps, maybe I can pick your mind a bit. He says, you know of the four kingdoms?
Yes.
The four kingdoms. I think they were referred to as Elohim, Bella Fortuna, Malmora, and there was another. These are ancient in our history. He says, we trace our times back to the mythology of the Saints' War, as recorded by Naragon III. He says, I'm a historian of, Middelvarden and its history as Medenvard.
What are you talking about, old man? What are you trying to say?
History.
You're trying to say that we're history? You're saying that we live in the... You're living a day ahead of us, a year, centuries. What are you trying to say? You're from the future or something?
He says, no, I think you guys are mad. I think you guys are insane.
Wait, I think...
How do we know you're not the
enough
insane
this
one?
conversation. Where are you keeping the spirits at, old man?
Keeping what?
The spirits.
Oh, we ran out of alcohol a long time ago. Except for what we used to clean our
I don't
wounds.
that. Oh, I bet.
I really don't know what to say.
for names.
I can assure you that we're not insane, which is probably not very helpful, but we are from 1216. We fled from Gilmore's Keep. We joined the Misers of Mercenary College.
That's not fair. I mean, one of us is totally
fled.
insane. One of us likes to lick bark.
We just fled a large battle in Stoteworth, right? That's its name?
Oh,
Stovehurst?
Stovehurst.
And now we're here.
He says, wow. He says, you're speaking of the year that the world nearly ended, the beginning of the Dark Ages.
What?
This is the fall of Gilmore's Keep, and later that year in the fall of Stovehurst have largely been marked in our history as the beginning of the Dark Ages, which lasted for nearly 400 years.
We were at both. We just lived that shit.
John?
Wow.
Don't enable the man. If you're so smart and you're so historic, what happened during the Battle of Stovehurst, huh?
This is,
Who held the gate?
Who held the gates? What brave hero, savior of all, fear of none, held the gate, Mr. Historian, Mr. So smart book man, huh? You, huh? Scripture reader, you?
So he starts muttering to himself. He's like, in the Battle of Stovehurst, he says, it is actually quite peculiar because there was a figure who reappears in a distant history, one known as Blackcap. Apparently, him and his men besieged the city from within. They came from an access tunnel beneath the city port, which was discovered much later in our year by excavators. He says, but there was another enigmatic figure from the forest. They call him the High Oak, is how we know him. He says, there was a man known as the High Oak, and also appearing in the legend were several warriors known as the Slop Tops. who are also venerated as a sort of a pantheon to some. During that time of the Dark Ages, very little is taken back from it, but there is mention several times of the Slop Tops and their worship.
Yeah, we're the Slop Tops, and I pull down and my shoulder and show the brand.
He says, "You better not be pulling my leg, because I've only got one left." And he lifts the blanket.
And not much left of that one either.
I can assure you I'm not. And Blackcap's real name is Oren. He's my brother.
Oren.
I'm speechless. Sure I am.
He says his name is Oren. I should probably write this down if I ever manage to make it out if you're alive or happen to be able to. This would be useful information.
Oren Gilmore, at least that's what he used to be. I don't know what he is now.
He takes out a note and you see him writing down. He's like writing down a Blackcap Oren Gilmore ?
I'd like to explain to the old man more about Oren since he's writing it down and tell him at least what I know of our childhood.
You explain a little bit more about like your background with Oren, and he says, "So you are one of the Gilmores?"
Yes. Although they probably don't think of me as that.
He says, "In my youth, I would have dreamed of a day like this, to speak to people of a living history."
Hoping to keep it living.
He says, "Very, very few remnants of your time and your history still exist during our time, the time of Cataclysm." He says, in our time, there was shortly before my time, there was a large-scale war, and the world was left to ruin in a state where plants could hardly grow from the soil, and most animals died of sickness. He says, the places which you once knew as the Four Kingdoms now are completely inhospitable due to incurable diseases and habitation by foul creatures whose bodies are wrecked and racked by ceaseless mutations. The most deadliest of bombs were used during our time. He says, you know nothing of this technology that we have. This place that you've walked into must look very strange and foreign to you. He says, but our history even tells of artifacts, ancient technology far ahead of its time. Do you know of what I speak?
I mean, we were told to look for an artifact here, but we have no idea what we're looking for.
This is the artifact. Look how old he is.
He laughs at that one. He's like, yes.
You're a magic. You're a wizard, aren't you?
Did you guys have
I've read about wizards.
metal space trees too?
He says, I'm no wizard. Trees. Metal trees. He says, yes. There are metal trees. They've been a mystery of science for many a year.
Can he see my eyes because they're permanent like that now? Does he notice them?
He doesn't seem to notice.
He's blind.
But he says, yes, the metal trees, they've been a mystery of science for hundreds of years. People have tried to study them. He says, but they're impervious to damage. It's impossible to remove a sample. We've had to study them up close. We know that they absorb 100% of vibrations, and they do not seem to reverberate at all. We're not sure what material they are made of. He says, but they still stand. They are massive, and they have remained unweathered for thousands of years.
I'm actually so wanted in one of those trees.
I'm no scholar, and I've read tons of books and literature. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Homeboy fucked a tree once.
I licked one of those trees, and now my eyes turn this color, and the tree gives me power sometimes.
He says, please step closer. He looks into your eyes and he says, my God, it's the same color as the trees.
Yes,
how peculiar these men are.
What, I forgot what I was going to ask. Fuck it.
He said, you said there's an artifact in this tower.
Yeah, it's what we were sent for, but we don't really know what we're looking for. We figured it'd be kind of obvious, but then we came into this whole mess, whatever you want to call it.
We came to this forbidden tower with guns aimed at our backs for safety. We know not of anything else. We know that further into this tower, there's only so far we can go to scavenge, because beyond where the steel tiles begin, there are automatons beyond. He says they are very dangerous. Think of moving beings of metal.
Knights?
Fully made of metal?
You're talking about knights?
No. Not like plate armor. Think of it as if it was armor with no man inside.
How are you supposed to kill one of those?
So you're talking about a ghost.
I don't understand.
Like you're talking about a ghost knight? I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? This bitch are scary. I don't want to be a part of it. That's fucking scary.
Though some do claim that the ghost lights haunt the still standing walls of Stovehurst. He says, I've never believed the rumors myself. I've seen no evidence of spirits, boy.
Well, I just have this one rule. I'll fight an army, sure. We'll fight demons, sure. But no ghost. No sick boy that no
I
ghost.
mean, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Just don't don't get me near a pig man. done with pigmen.
Pigmen. He says, there were rumors. There were some writings found in an old journal that was compiled by Neringen that described a sort of barbarian caste that roamed the land during your time period, that dressed in the heads of pigs.
Very true. They're monsters.
How so?
They're perversions of nature. Beings molded by pain and chemicals to take away their mind.
He says, were they covered in scars?
Yeah. But not like they're supposed to be. The scarification process was perverted.
Sexy.
Perhaps they weren't barbarians. He says, do you happen to know of a certain root with a black oil it secretes from its stems?
Desmata vines, yes.
He says there's not a name for it in the texts, but they say that the desmata vine, as you say, the black ichor, was used to produce men of, I believe it was referred to as flesh like stone and minds like mud.
Hey, man, that's a little much now. I think I'm pretty smart.
You?
Yeah. And it's not just desmata that they use. There's also silver and other processes.
He says, oh, you're speaking of the dubious craft of alchemy.
Well, our alchemist is out there, but I guess, yeah.
You have an alchemist with you?
That's the what your son said was a scientist.
He says, well, I'm not sure if Levant has said it already, but this may be the best day ever if Corvo and Meridia don't come here and slaughter us with hacksaws.
Yeah,
we're gonna go grab our horse boy scientists.
How often have they tried to do this? Because that's the second time I've heard it.
We'll kill them.
He says,
we'll kill him.
Since we've barricaded ourselves in, we've heard some pulling at the sacks, but my son apparently, when that happens, my son stuffs the barrel of his rifle through one of the holes, and they tend to run off.
Well, he missed us, I guess.
With a sword. Let me just explain.
I know we got there just fine.
Gun means sword, right? Gun means knife. You have your guns at your back, a knife at your back. What is a gun? You keep saying gun through a hole. What are you talking about here?
Gun through what?
A weaponry. You said gun through a hole. You said gun a better million times. What does gun mean? Is it a sword? Is it a knife?
Oh, a gun is a projectile weapon, which uses
a bow. See, told you it was a bow. Told you it was a bow.
It uses a controlled explosion to launch a metal projectile through the air, which can pierce flesh, wood, can crack stone, and can go through several bodies at once if used from a high caliber weapon.
High caliber? Are you talking about like a crossbow? I've seen plenty of those. We call them crossbows here in Menenvar.
Crossbows very similar. We also use the trigger apparatus for the gun.
A gun. If you don't mind showing me your weapon, I would like to maybe just observe it.
He says, well, I always keep this thing on me. And he pulls out a 44 Magnum from underneath
He keeps
the
a bang on him. He keeps that bang on him.
And he just kind of like pushes it gently towards you on the bottom of the bed. He says, it's no worry. I ran out of ammo long ago.
I take it. Thank you for your kindness, but how does it operate? If you don't mind showing me.
He says, here. He takes it back and he disengages a lever and it pushes out the barrel and he swings the barrel around where it's a 6-shooter 44, and Yeah, and he slaps it back in, and he says, "You just load the bullets here. You put them so that they align here," and he just shows you where to like align the bullet so that it's like in the chamber. And he's like, "And you just pull the trigger like this." He says, "You hold it with both hands. It'll cave in your fucking forehead."
I pick it up and then I hold it very irresponsibly, like point at everyone. I'm just waving.
No. Never point that.
What? And then I hold it to the air. You're just saying I just fucking pull the trigger, and then I pull the trigger. Oh fuck! What the fuck? The fuck is this? This is magic! It's magic! A wizard man! I know he's wizard. He's a wizard man. What the fuck is this magic?
I'm sorry, that's just that huge.
You gotta warn him on! You gotta warn him on! What could have killed everyone?
Trenton says, "Oh, I feel myself growing tired." He says, "But I never know which day may be my last." He says, I must speak with you of one more thing before I take my rest."
Anything.
Said, in the past, before my time, war was waged over the acquisition of powerful technology, ancient, singular pieces miraculous in nature. Have you heard of anything such as this?
This is news to us.
The origin is mysterious. Some attribute them to the Armus Corporation in all their infamy. And though troubling accounts from thousands of years ago seem to contain their parallels in the mythology of the Saints' War, as artifacts owned by the Saints themselves. He says, I just wanted to know, is there any truth to this? He says, were there any rumors that you knew of the Saints having these weapons? I just want to know before I die, is there a chance that these artifacts came from the distant past? Or was the lore surrounding them completely unfounded?
You're correct. You're correct, Trenton. You're a smart man. Don't you die happy, man. Don't you die a man with your knowledge. You're correct. I hold out my my wineskin. This one's for both of us. And I give him
What
a
is
swig.
this? And he takes it, and he drinks it, and you see his eyes just light up. Oh, it's been so long since I've tasted a wine.
That's a taste of victory. And I'll tell you this right there. We're about to go to the other side of this and comment. We're going to take what's yours. And we'll bring it back here for everyone else.
Yeah. We're going to hack up those two with a hacksaw for you.
And you have our words.
He says you're going to take care of them?
What's John? We're gonna hack them?
With the hacksaw, yeah.
We're gonna hacksaw them. We're gonna hacksaw them. And we're gonna stab them in the back with our guns.
Hacksaw them real
We're
good.
gonna cut their heads off with our guns. We're gonna cut their feet off with our guns. And we're gonna stab them in the kidney with our guns. And we're gonna do there's nothing left of them.
He says, please, whatever you do, put them out of their misery quickly.
What?
So no hacksaw then.
No, we're gonna hacksaw them. Whatever that means, we're gonna do it. We're gonna fucking do it in clean fashion.
They seem to like
Limb
using the
by
hack.
limb.
He says, we've survived for very long with no ammo. We have water purifiers. There's still some water. He says, if you thirst, please tell Levant and he will help you. He says, I must return to my rest. He says, but please, he says, please, whatever you can do, help us. Thank you. And he lays down and you see him like pass out very quickly without the blanket on him.
I put the blanket on him.
Oh.
I kissed him on his forehead. Oh, we both kissed his forehead. We both kissed his forehead.
You kiss his forehead. Wait, roll d20s. Roll d20s.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so Wilton goes and he kisses the forehead. Daigle goes to kiss the forehead, but he pushes his lips right next to Wilton, so your guys' lips touch on his forehead.
Damn it, Boat Craig! Damn it! Have you no compassion? Not for me, but for him! Are you gonna snub? Are you gonna swap spit with me? What's it
The
for
old
you?
man smiles in his sleep.
Shellfish. Fuck!
I just lick my lips and start walking out of the doorway.
I look at John. Most people have to pay for that.
That's a 5 XP kiss right there, dog.
Critical fail. 5
Worth
XP.
it.
5 XP for that kiss, dude. You feel more experienced now.
now I just feel like a slut because I got paid for it.
He feels more experienced, but now he's confused as well.
You got paid for it. So Edgar, you're probably finishing up your potion by now.
All right. I'm all flicking it. Are they coming down the staircase or?
Oh, you have to make a roll for your potion to see how successful it is.
Fuck. I forgot about that. We can't just have.
Okay, yeah. You successfully concoct or decoct a healing potion.
Sweet. I give it to the injured kid, and I tell her to. Do you drink those potions? Probably. I tell her to drink it, and if
I don't know. I just make
injuries. Well, I give it to her. And it's like, here, drink this. If you have any severe injuries, it should help.
Before as you're like trying to hand it to the girl, Levant steps in front and he says, "What'd you put in that, man? Let me see the ingredients."
It's elf hoof, rattle stock, and alcohol. It's standard procedure for these type of potions.
I call it Asmarine. Before you take Asmarine, please consult your doctor. It may cause anal bleeding, diarrhea, vomiting. Thinking of the pants.
He says, well, it doesn't sound like it has anything dangerous in it.
I wouldn't hurt another child. And then I point to myself because I'm a child.
He says, would you taste it yourself?
I mean, I'll stick my tongue in it, but I'm not going to drink the whole thing because it's going to take away the effect of it. I just stick my tongue in it. I stick my finger in it and then I put it on my tongue and then I just like go.
It smells fishy.
Man, I really hope you weren't bleeding.
Yeah, he takes it. His mouth's bleeding because he never brushes his teeth. But
I got gingivitis.
Well, no, because his blood is poison.
Yeah. He takes it. He takes the vial from you and he smells it and he says, "Well, it doesn't smell acrid." He says, "It just smells a little bit like alcohol." He says, "Here, go ahead, Lily. Go ahead and take a drink. Maybe this will help." And
It really does.
she smells it and she kind of like looks around like cautiously and she's like, "It smells good." And she just like chugs down the vial and she says, "Whoa." She says, I can feel it. She's like, I almost feel good again. For the first time in like a long time.
Wow, today's my day.
And you can see like her eyes like brighten up a little bit and she's like, yeah, I feel something happening. I even feel like kind of like a warmth in my wound. And Levant says, you're probably just getting a little drunk. He says, you're probably just a little drunk from that alcohol. But thank you. I'm happy it's making you feel better. Thank you, Edgar.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're not completely downplaying my skills.
He says, "Well, I don't know what you're doing." He says, "But if you guys are from the time that you say you are," he's like, "I don't know what kind of hocus pocus that you think works."
Well, past or present, let me assure you, the size of my pupils are also the size of my brain.
He looks at your eyes as if he's like He's like, "Whoa,
my brain.
Are you on cocaine?"
What's cocaine? I don't know what that is, but it sounds intriguing. Let me.
Where can I get some?
Where can I get some?
The next quest Edgar goes on, the quest for cocaine.
Yeah, he already got the Malforia. It's just sitting in his pocket.
Despite
it
my
pairs well with cocaine.
Despite my appearance, I'm here to help.
He says the only place I know to get cocaine was at the Red Cast Enclave. They have like an indoor garden. They grow it in a basement underneath their bunker.
Huh?
Well, where I'm from, all we have is cocatria, and people like to lace it with fentanylium. So I don't think I can trust what you're trying to tell me right now. But thank you.
He says, "Did I hear you tell my father that you're gonna go and try to take care of Corvo and Meridia?"
Me?
No, not you. The others. You guys are walking up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. He said as they're walking up, like he like kind of turns away from you for a second and says that to the others. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You guys.
Yes, we're gonna take care of them.
Yeah, maybe after some water and food and some rest.
Water. Yeah, I got water.
Water
on the map there. You can see those two like blue squares that are like near the ring of chairs. Oh, yeah, he walks you guys into that room, and you can see that both of those squares are filled like maybe like a tenth of the way with water. Like each one is about a tenth. And there's like some tubes that are like running in between, connecting them. And one of them looks like a really murky, gross color. And then the other side, which has like a drip coming in from the top, looks like clear. And he goes to that one and he fills up a couple of tin mugs and like hands them out to you guys. Cups of water. He takes one himself.
Am I with them now?
Yeah, if you followed them, yes.
Okay. Hey guys, so what happened up there?
Well, turns out they're from the future.
Oh yeah,
we're from the past.
Right.
There's a lot of other stuff
Wait,
happened. That guy's a historian. He's like knows tons about what's going on in our lives.
So
we're in history books as the Slop Tops.
That's impossible. Time travel is known by most as a construct made by mankind. But time, to the best of my knowledge, is not tangible. If we were to gain access to the future events and alter our past, we'd have engaged in something called a grandfather effect, or as I'd call it, a grand aunt effect. No, what we may be experiencing here is a parallel universe, one in which shares a possible future outcome with their own, like a reflection of one of many scenarios or paths. Our present time will walk down, in which case our future isn't set in stone, you guys. So if we're in the future, that's not...
Sean?
I don't think it's our future.
I thought you guys were out of the before.
So Levant looks over and he says, "Man, you sound a lot like my dad. He used to say something about how this place it seemed to like it seemed wrong." He says, "So there's the outer chamber, and there's like these kind of like metal automatons, like androids or something." And that area looks like it's from a whole other time, like even advanced beyond our technology. I've only seen a glimpse of the room with all these strange, like generators and computers, and I barely got out with my life. And yeah, my dad's got some sort of theory about how this place is like, maybe like, not part of time.
But outside of it?
Somewhere outside of it.
It seems like we're in, dare I say, and I look at Wilton, a land of the lost. That's outside of this game.
We've fallen into a time warp.
Have you guys ever had any other visitors from the outside over these years?
He says yes.
Possibly left?
He says there has been, he says only people have come in, they've not left. He says there were raiders a few years back. He says there was no speaking with any of them. They came in immediately. They just fought with whoever they could find. They killed one of my friends before we were able to put him down.
Interesting. I was hoping to know of a way out since you guys have been here so long.
Yeah. What if we get the power back? What if we can get the power back on? Do you think there's a way to open up an entrance to get out of here? Maybe for everybody to get back where they belong?
He says, "Man, I have no idea." He's like, I'm just a mechanic." He says, like, if they do have like really advanced technologies, like maybe there is something like that, but I have no idea. I've given up hope long ago.
Can you teach me what you know, and maybe with both of our heads together, we can find a way to get this power back on?
He says, "Sure. I mean, if we can manage to get some more food, I mean, I could take a few days and try to show you what I know, but we really need to." He says, how'd you guys get in here? Wait, how'd you guys get in here?
Daigle here dropped me on the stairs, cut his hand, and touched the wall.
It's dinner time, motherfuckers! And looking down the hallway, you see two people standing with torches, and each of them has like a big like a buster sword of sheet metal, hella rusty. And it's like a man and a woman. The woman's hair is all like matted and black and like slowly turning into dreads.
Oh, this
and the
fucker turned on
man,
her.
his head is shaved and his face is just like covered in scars. And they say that the man yells, "It's dinner time, motherfuckers!" And him and the woman just start running down the hallway with their big blades held out.
Wait, did
I shoot the woman in the face?
I thought you said the engineer guy yelled
that. Can I duck?
No.
Can I duck? Oh wait, I guess we got to roll.
That would be crazy. Yeah, roll for initiative, fellas. Okay, John starts this.
I'm gonna rush the closest one to me and just try to hit him in the face with my gauntlets.
Okay, you're gonna rush the first one that you can get to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Corvo's like kind of in the lead. He's running ahead of the other one, Meridia, or who? That's that's who these guys are.
So I'm going after Corvo.
Okay, yeah. So you run up to him and roll an attack. Those both hit for sure. So roll 2d4 and then add +1 to each of those rolls, I believe. Okay, so yeah, bitch. No, so, yeah, you go up and you knock him like twice in the head with your like bladed gauntlets. He's bleeding. He just kind of like he wipes his face with his left hand and he just kind of like licks some of the blood and like wipes it on his shirt and he swings his buster sword down at you.
What the fuck? Take that like
all right. That's a hit. It's 19.
Oh fuck. God damn.
Two hit, 19. Okay, and that is gonna do 10 points of damage.
God damn.
Oh, gotcha.
I need help.
I need help. It's Daigle's turn.
I want to try to conceal myself and come up behind. Meridia's in the back. I want to come up behind Meridia, try to conceal myself. I don't know if it's a
so they're in that hallway. They're coming down that hallway. So like trying to scoot around her, she'll get an attack.
Oh, you're right. Let me see. So let's see. We're in the. It's the neighboring one north, right?
If you're looking at the map, you see the circle of chairs and the area where you came in.
Yeah.
Like the sandbag. So like in between there is where they're running at you guys. They're like basically halfway through that hallway.
Okay.
Gotcha. There you go. They're halfway to the chairs.
Halfway to the chairs. These are cubicles, right?
Yeah.
Can I go south and go to the southern neighboring water chamber or cuticle and then vault over the first one and try to stay stealthy.
Dude, fuck yeah, go for it. That's interesting. Okay, do a stealth roll. I'll say it's easy to climb on top of the water jug. Excellent, dude. So yeah, you scurry around the corner into that room and get yourself silently on top of the water jug. And like from the other side, let me describe what somebody else is seeing, so I'll add to this. So like John, you see like Meridia coming to like run at you and is swinging the sword at you too. Like she's just like and just coming straight with the sword. And you see Daigle peeking his head over the top of the cubicle. And go ahead, Daigle, roll for your attack.
All right. Can I actually trip her instead of slice? Can I? Is it possible for me to?
You want to jump down on somebody and trip them?
Never mind. I'll just jump attack. Actually, roll for attack like this.
Sick. So that's +7. Yeah, dude, that's gonna hit.
Shit. Dope.
Oh yeah.
Daigle goes flying over the cubicle with his knives out.
It's a wrestling move, motherfucker.
It's a 5-star frog splash.
It's gonna be
take the daggers.
It's gonna be a sneak attack. So roll 2 more d4.
Oh, dope.
Okay, you deal 10 points of damage as you land on top of Meridia, who is like knocked down to the ground. You plunge your knife into her shoulder, and you can just feel like this gross like nasty, like slick oil that comes off brown from her hair onto your hand.
Take that, you fucking devil bitch!
And it is Edgar's turn. Eddie boy.
I'm gonna throw one of my phosphoric acids at the guy.
Nice. Level. Okay, that is gonna hit.
Sweet.
Roll 2d4 and then add your intelligence bonus. Let's see how smart you threw that. Oh my god. Nice.
6 and plus 3. 9.
9.
I hit that fucker in his face.
Oh yeah. No, well, kinda. Some of it, I'm just like, oh well, that would probably really fuck somebody up. So some of it splashes up onto his neck, and you can see it like sizzling on his neck, and he's like, ah, 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 ah! He starts like kind of like shrieking, like kind of yelping, and like he's like trying to wipe it off with his hand because it's like melted through his clothes too. So you can see now it's like bubbling on his hand. He's just kind of like freaking out.
What'd you say about dinner? Because I'm looking at a nice, hot, steaming piece of shit.
Yeah. He seems, yeah. Wilton's turn.
Can I just put an arrow through that fucker's head? The one that's or is he just gonna die from the acid? Is he just gonna burn up and die? I don't know. I'm just gonna shoot him in the head regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right next to him. Save me.
Save me.
Fuck, man.
Bone Crag. Okay, yeah, that is gonna miss. I think that's 11 altogether. It's gonna miss.
Oof.
Yep. So it flies over his shoulder, and you hear it hit the bags in the distance. A little crumble of rocks. Meridia, like she pushes up off of the ground, and she does like a reverse headbutt and like slams the back of her head into your chin. Tries to. Oh, she definitely does. She definitely does. She cracks your jaw for 2 points of damage, and basically you're not holding her down anymore because she's knocked you back.
Okay.
So she flips over and she has a small knife in her hand and she goes to stab you.
Oh shit.
That's a 17 to hit.
Look, can I use my use my technique?
Bruh, I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, gee, dog. Tumbling trick. Can I use it?
Tumbling trick, go for it. Yeah, you have to roll and you have to beat 17.
Yes.
And then you can take half damage.
Tumbling
trick is my baby, listeners. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fuck.
Oops. Full damage for you, buddy boy. Okay. So you take 4 points of damage. Because you're stabbed in the hip.
Fuck! I walk with that!
And it is John's turn.
I'm gonna go for a swing at his temple and then slash across his throat with the other blade.
Ain't no swing but a chicken wing.
Try to at least.
Do your little swing, man.
Okay, so the first one hits for sure. Second one does not. Roll for damage. What is that? 2 damage, I think. After you punch him in the punch him in the head again, Corvo like spits out a bunch of blood on the cubicle wall next to you, and he grabs his blade so that he's got like one on the handle and one on the back of the blade, and he just goes like and just like tries to like chop it towards you like that.
Damn.
That's gonna hit.
Fuck.
Yeah, because that's a 24 to hit. So yeah, he shoves his sword straight into you. You like partially block it, but it cuts into you for 8 points of damage. Yeah. So he starts, and like with this, he starts shoving you backwards, like into the room too. He's like trying to push you. So do a strength roll against him.
Fuck.
Let's see if you can beat a 4. He's pushing you back. So he's pushing you backwards, like towards the chairs and towards the fireplace. Mm-hmm. And And yeah, you can see well, Levant is behind you. Somebody can probably see this, probably Wilton. But Levant is like grabbed the two little girls and he's like backing down the halls and he says, make good on your promise to my dad. I have to keep these girls safe. So he like kind of like shuffles down the hallway a little bit. It is Daigle's turn.
Dude, these two are really strong.
How far away is John from me?
John?
Yeah.
Oh, he's really. You guys are very close to each other. You're probably about 10 feet away from each other.
Is there a way I can kick Meridia off me?
Oh yeah, you can try. Do a strength roll.
All right.
Especially if she's shit in your pile of clothes.
Nice. Roll her strength. Oh my god, nope. She holds you. She holds you down. Oh shit. You almost buck her off, and then she like grabs your wrist and she's like still like holding you. You guys are basically you each have knives in your hands and she's like holding your wrist.
Is it both my wrists?
Yeah.
Shit. So wait, does she have is she holding both my wrists while I have knives or?
Yes.
And
she has like oh wait, never mind. She's holding the hand that has a knife in it, and she has a knife out in her other hand. That's actually what's happening.
Okay. Well, shit. Can I pull out my revolver and fucking shoot this bitch in the face then?
Yeah,
there's no bullets.
I have 4. Didn't he load it all up and I shot 1, so I have 5?
No,
he showed you how to load it. That's all. He didn't. He said I don't have any bullets. No.
Oh, he just gave me 1 round.
He gave you no rounds.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's why we were laughing when you're like, "Oh, he's a wizard."
Because all it did was go click.
Oh my god, dude! I read it wrong.
Okay.
Shit. Well, can I? Does that count as an attack? Trying to kick her off me, or is that just an action?
That's an action. I would say you could still attempt an attack.
Okay. Then she has my one wrist. Can I pull out another knife and then?
Yep.
Or another dagger and try to attack her with my other one.
Yep.
Look.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna miss. You also get a negative to that because it's with your offhand. But
all right.
You gotta start remembering that. But
oh yes.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, you miss with the knife swipe, and now you're in like one of those fucking like those gangster knife fights where you're holding each other's wrists and just stabbing at each other.
The Michael Jackson beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except for without minus the kick-ass soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the attraction level. Those men are probably more attractive than her.
You could play the piano. Sorry, when we do
Edgar's
that.
turn.
Can I throw another phosphoric acid, but at the one that's trying to knife fight Daigle?
Yep.
Beat it! Oh
God. Jesus! No. Oh fuck!
Did you throw it in my face?
All right, buddy. High or low?
Crit fail.
Oh God, low.
Okay, roll for damage.
You fucking threw it out of my face, you bitch!
I didn't mean to.
It's another D4.
Okay, I was kind of hoping you were gonna forget that.
fuck.
7, and then plus your intelligence modifier.
Ah, fuck me and my asshole.
Probably killed me.
Okay, that does 10 damage to Daigle.
Oh God!
As it shatters over his chest.
Wait,
yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
You're dead?
Wait, what's your health at?
9.
Did you up it when
you're just knocked out. You're knocked out.
Oh, I'm knocked out then, yeah.
Yeah, you go. I mean, well, you've got a person on top of you with a knife and you just went unconscious, so
I'm probably dead now.
Well, it's scary, isn't it? Okay, it's Edgar, anything else you want to do?
Wait, Matthew, did you not up your HP when we rested before we got in the tower?
Yeah, I did, but I took like 10 damage from the guy.
I thought you took 4.
Shit, I took 6 damage, then I took and then I was at 18. Then I took 2 from her when she headbutted me. Then I took 6 more damage, and so I went to 9 damage. Then he hit me for a 10, so I'm dead now because I went negative. Plus,
you're out.
Yeah, and then with her on top of me.
What else can I do?
You can still move. You can talk.
Can I try to tackle her, even though it's not an actual attack, but just to kind of subdue her off of him?
Oh yeah, she sees like the stuff like fizzing on top of him and like the like kind of like mist coming off of Daigle. And yeah, you can move towards her. And what are you trying to do? You're gonna try to jump at her?
Yeah, I'm just trying to subdue her to get him off of him so he can try to make a recovery of some sort.
Okay, I'll say yeah, you can try you can make the roll. Go ahead. Roll a strength.
Fuck. That's
she's gonna roll a strength. Oh, well, she doesn't manage to beat your strength. Actually, she only got a 4. So yeah, you managed to like shove her off of Daigle, and you can see Daigle is like still breathing but unconscious and like obviously like in a really bad state.
Am I gonna die though? Because I'm poisoned though.
You're not poisoned. It's not poison. It's acid. I don't have poison.
It's acid. Oh,
my blood.
Okay,
my blood's poison, but my blood is not a. My blood's not a completely toxic poison. Like it's not. Yeah, it's a low level poison.
It's a mild poison at this level.
It's a give you. My blood is the only poison I have, and it's a give you diarrhea type poison.
And blind people poison.
So I'm just gonna try to keep her aggro on me. So I'm just when I attempt to, when I tackle her, it's like, you stupid bitch, you made me miss. I'm the one you want. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep her aggro. Try to keep her off.
she like licks her lips and she's like looking up at you and she like she pulls out a second knife. Oh, she picks up one of Daigle's knife off of the ground. So now she's got Daigle's knife and her own knife.
That's
Wilton's
a +1 hit and a +1 damage.
Oh, it's a masterwork knife. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you do so much damage.
I don't really appreciate that one.
Yeah,
but
it's masterwork.
All right, Wilton.
So we have a decision to make. I have a 50-50. I'm gonna go help John out real quick. I'm gonna go. Well, because let me tell you why. Because John can get up close and attack, and his attacks usually land more often than mine do. So I need some backup. So I'm gonna go run because he's being shoved with a fucking giant blade too. By the way, he's about to be impaled.
Fucking arm.
So I want to go just run up behind the guy because I have a blade at the end of my bow, and I just want to stab it through the back of his head.
Okay, well, since he's fully engaged, like shoving him, like he's like he sees you like go around him, and like he like tries to like finish shoving him, but you manage to get around the back of him. You're flanking. You roll with advantage. So the 9, that'll be I think 16 to hit. So yeah, or 15 to hit. So that'll hit.
And do I get a +3 to that D4? Because is that considered a knife attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
5. Nice. Okay, yeah. So he's looking pretty rough. You stab him. You don't manage to really like get straight through the back of his head, but you cut like just underneath his ear, and it like kind of like cuts along his like cheek, and like a bunch of blood like pours down his neck. And he like he shoves off. He shoves off like John and like kind of like turns towards you, and it is Meridia's turn. Or yeah, because you already moved and attacked. Okay, so 2 knife attacks coming at Edgar. The first one is 18 to hit, and the second one is 12 to hit. Okay, they both hit.
Damn.
So the first one is the masterwork. So that's 2 + 1 + 2. That's 5 damage. Oh, and the other one is also 5 damage. So you take 10 damage.
Oh, I'm almost dead.
How much you got left?
I got 5.
Okay. Me and you, Wilton.
Out of there, Edgar. We're coming for you.
Okay, and it is John's turn.
So he's turned away from me now?
Yes. Yeah, he's turned away and he's facing Edgar. You have advantage on attacks because you're flanking him.
Okay, I want to shove...
Wilton, sorry. I get your names confused. I don't know why.
Yeah. I want to shove both of my blades right into the base of his skull, just up. I assume he's a bit taller than me because he seems pretty fucking big.
He's big.
So that's advantage on both?
Yes. So roll 2d20 and then 2d20 again.
There's a 20 on that one.
Oh my god.
And then there's a 10 on the other.
Okay, those are both gonna hit. Roll the nat 20 first. That's gonna be like, your double damage. So he's definitely looking punch drunk now. His face is all red with blood and with like, blood rushing to his head. Blood rushing to his head and out of his head at the same time. and he looks a little woozy on his feet, like it's harder for him to hold up his sword, and he swings drunkenly, like it looks like it's coming at Wilton, and then in the last second he cocks back and he swings it at John.
Oh, I was hoping it was at his teammate.
Okay, and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
16.
Damn it. Okay.
Plus, or
and that does 6 damage.
Barely.
I got worried for a second. I was like, what's happening?
Oh man,
my man be whiffing.
I got 24 hit points out of my 26 right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, you got 2 health right now. Oh, John's got 2 health. Okay. It's Daigle's turn. Oh, just kidding. It's Edgar's turn.
wait. I still got a turn.
You actually do make a death savings throw. Roll a d20 and you add your constitution modifier.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about death saving throws.
Yeah.
But I'm not dead. There's a chance I can still just be unconscious, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You're on the
Oh,
man.
God.
Okay, I'm dead.
That's 1 fail. You have to, if you fail 3 times, then you do die.
Every 3 turns, is it? Or every
turn. Every time it's your turn. Yeah.
Well,
unless somebody goes and stabilizes you.
If I have
still get the XP for this if he lives.
Shut up. Yeah, he does. He gets the XP.
I'm gonna rush at
real quick. All our new characters all our new characters carry the same XP though, right? That way we don't have to start from the beginning, right?
We'll talk about that later. I don't know.
Okay.
You definitely won't have to start all the way at the beginning though. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna fuck me, dude. Who's the
I will. What's up?
Am I still tussling around with the girl one or?
Oh yeah, you're engaged with her right now. She's got 2 knives to you.
Is she the one that cut me, or did the guy cut me?
She cut you.
Oh,
she
cut
stabbed
me?
you. She stuck you twice.
Can I wipe my blood on one of my blades and slice her in the eyes with it?
Oh my god. Yes. Yeah, you're bleeding, so you can just rub a knife on it.
Okay. I try to do the blade. I try to wipe my blood on a blade and slice her in the eyes, and I rolled a 7. So that wasn't a good one.
So 7 plus 5, 12. Yeah, it's gonna miss. So you miss with the bloody blade.
Damn.
And it is Wilton's turn.
I'm
gonna die here. Yeah.
Can I turn towards Edgar and old Dougal Daigle and I'm just kidding. Turn towards Edgar and Daigle and can I knock 2 arrows and shoot him at that bitch?
Yeah, you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
Because I'm doing the 2 arrows?
Yeah, that means you'd roll 2 d20s and you take the lowest roll.
How about if I just shoot 1? Can I just roll regular?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
This is not good.
So she is kind of entangled with. Okay.
Can I go jump on her? I still can move.
That's gonna hit because that's gonna hit because she's currently like tangled up with Edgar. So I'll say that her AC is a little bit lower because that would make sense because she can't really move. It's very close. That's gonna hit. Roll kablamage.
Rolling.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. The shoulder, the arrow goes into her shoulder, and she's just like laughing down at Daigle in his face.
That's fucked up.
As
you got knocked the fuck out.
As she's laughing, Edgar from behind her shoulders, you see the figure. Actually, it's not a silhouette because you can just see in the dark. But you see from behind her, Levant walks up behind and he has a big shovel in his hand, and he just swings the shovel down at the back of her head.
Damn, son.
Oh, that's gonna hit. That's a critical hit. Oh,
hell
fuck.
Yeah.
No, she already Chris Tuckered me once. We gotta wait for the next movie for.
Okay, that is gonna do 17 damage.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's
God damn, Levante, you slick son of a bitch. Well, Levante
with fucking a
did I add a fancy A to the end of his name? Was it Levant? I call him
Levante. No, it was Levant.
It's Levant.
It's
Okay.
It's French. You slick spade sliding son of a bitch.
So that knocks Meridia off of you. She rolls across the ground and she just kind of like holds her head for a second and then she like stabs out blindly with her knife. And this is how we're gonna do this. Okay, and she stabs Levant in the kneecap.
Ow!
Levant!
It deals 5 points of damage to Levant, and like he falls down. He can't stand up on his leg. And it is John's turn.
Just like him, Dad.
I'm gonna try to finish this motherfucker off. I'm plunging both my blades right into the motherfucker's chest.
Get to plunge him.
Come on, you plunging plucker.
Okay. One of those is going to hit. Yeah, one of those is going to hit. Roll for god damage.
+1.
3. Okay. Okay, so this last one, you knock Corvo in the head, and like it cuts him, and you can see like a whole bunch more blood pops out, as if you had popped like some kind of blood blister that was inside of his face, and a bunch of blood just like pours out. He slumps against the wall, and he like spits at you, and he says, "Motherfucking dinner!" And he rolls down against the wall, and like obviously dying in a pool of his blood.
I want to stomp his head and finish it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Goddamn.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead, Jim.
I didn't want any chance of like any secondary horror movie type jump scares.
Gotcha. Boom, boom. Oh no! He's behind Wilton with a piano wire. It's oh shit. Yeah, Daigle, it is your turn. Roll a d20.
Oh,
come on.
Save.
Constitution save. Got this. +3. That's 10.
+3. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is like right on the button. Literally saved your life.
The cusp.
With 0 margin for error, dude. Like so. Okay, so now you've got 1 fail, 1 success. You're good until the round comes back to you. Oh my god!
Did I chemically scar this man?
I still need to be revived.
So you tell me.
Yeah, so the woman's still alive, and she tried to flail and attack while she was on her back. Is that what happened last? All right, well, I'm going to try to jump on top of her and try to stab her with my knife in the fucking forehead.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah, fuck!
Well, I was going to say before you rolled that you have advantage because she's totally fucked right now. She's, like, shell-shocked from getting, like, clocked with a shovel. Shovels are like the best weapon in my game. Nobody ever uses them, but like they're really high.
They actually have a lot of plus whatever. If you have any type of spade, shovel, or any garden utensil, you're fucking pretty much a god.
Yeah, dude, what you can do with a hoe in my game is like unbelievable.
I haven't met any hoes
pulls
yet.
his shovel out of his bag.
Okay, Edgar Ficknell. That's so fucking funny. Okay, go ahead and roll Eddie Nutsack.
Eddie Nutsacks.
Yes.
Oh, that is definitely gonna hit. So roll for damage.
Hell yeah.
1d4.
And I still got my blood on that knife too.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, 4.
But it doesn't really matter because you stab her in the back of her head and she also falls limp to the floor. Well, she flops around like a fish. She flops around like a fish for a minute.
Yeah, as she's flopping around like a fish, I'm just on her. Like, I don't even care that she doesn't even hear me because, you know, whatever. It's like, you thought you could take another brother from me? You thought you could take someone else like I knew? Well, you can't because we are the Slop Tops. And I get an erection.
Okay. Well, as you're saying that, she dies. Levant starts picking himself up against the wall, like using like a piece of wood to help him stand up. And the you can see Daigle on the floor. You can see it looks like he's like kind of going into convulsions a little bit. Well, not a little bit. He's going into convulsions. Like he's starting to like seize up a bit on the ground.
Hey, Edgar, reminds you of your aunt's fits, huh?
Wait,
I limp over to Daigle and try to dilute the acid with water before, I don't know, chest compressions. I don't fucking know.
You start pouring water on him? Okay.
Try to dilute the acid a little bit. I don't have anything to neutralize it. That's fucking Edgar's.
That's Edgar's territory. You would know if you had something to neutralize the acid. What type of ingredients do you have? I can tell you.
Well, I do have Aaliyah's goods, which I don't know exactly what they are. It was a list that I bought for her.
Oh, yes. That actually does have some...
yes, I mean...
That has some calcium powder, which is like very basic. You could use that to help neutralize the acid.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Aaliyah's just going to have to fucking,
Okay. So you cover them in bone powders, like calcium powder, and it stops the sizzling. It like kind of turns into a bit of a foam for a second, and then it stops. So Daigle, you'll have advantage on your next death saving throw. Anybody can still do stuff. It's like now open round, out of combat. The little kids are off hiding somewhere. Levant's standing up, and he's like looking down at the bodies, like totally freaked out.
If I give Daigle a health potion, does he need another saving throw?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a health potion.
You have a health potion?
I've been saving it. I'm gonna pour it down Daigle's throat.
Clutch as fuck, dude. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, you administer it to Daigle. We'll go ahead and we'll call that. So Daigle, roll 1d4. Or roll 2d4. I'm sorry.
2d4s. 4.
Yeah, and then you heal half of that now, half of it in an hour. I believe that's how it works.
We need to get him somewhere where he can rest.
So yeah, you wake up.
I also need a fucking rest.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage.
Oh fuck!
Fuck you, dude.
Wow.
Except for Wilton.
Everyone else got fucked up. Okay.
I mean, in the first battle, I didn't take any, but this one I got really fucked up.
I brushed my hand across Daigle's forehead, and then like a tear goes down my eyes, and I go, "I'm so sorry."
Do you? Okay, so yeah, you pour the healing potion down Daigle's throat, and you see he starts to like choke, but clearly like he's breathing. And he wakes up, and Daigle, you have like really fuzzy vision, and you're looking up, and you see like blood all over the face of your friend John Gilmore. He's like sitting right above you with his like knees on the ground, and he has like he's obviously got a potion vial in his hand that he's like pulling away from your lips. There's like just the smell of blood all around you, and like oddly a kind of chemical aroma that's like coming from your chest. Your clothes are entirely ruined, by the way. Yeah, you're coming to now.
But there's stuff there. There's a tree. There's no God. You're God. No God. Yes. There's nothing. There's death. There's peace. God, there's none. You. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I got you.
I put my finger to his lips. Shh, you're okay now. I'm so sorry.
Sort of a.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. You're okay now. You're okay.
And with that, we will end our first part of our season finale with the Slop Tops. With the Slop Tops deep inside, well, not very deep, but inside of the Lonely Tower. Their friend coming back from the brink of death, surrounded by the corpses of giant sword-wielding cannibals from across the way, and with a very grateful Levant standing at your side, bleeding from the knee.